Hello everyone and welcome back to Tidworth Bike Park, where we are for this coming weekend's Hooper Hoohaa 24. We missed it last year, but we're super happy to have it back with us for this year on a completely revamped track. As I hope a lot of you have seen from our recent output from here. It's raining, it's September, it's getting colder, it's getting darker, and that's ideal for racing. It's our first race back since the beginning of summer really, and we couldn't be more happy to kick off the signature series for 2024 here at Tidworth. So I'm going to run you down the track. Some of you would have already seen our video about the reopening of Tidworth a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, and probably seen some GoPro runs and stuff since then, but if not, we'll walk you down it again. It's much the same. We're going to keep it really wide open this year, and just let people find their feet a little bit. As I've said in previous videos, it's definitely not an easy track that's going to let you do it all for you, but it's there, it's definitely there. I followed a couple of youngsters on opening weekend and they kicked my butt and made it look pretty simple. So yeah, hang it out there and enjoy it. Just before we get to that, I just wanted to go through some basic things, and some thank yous as well. So as always with the bike downhill races, please remember your full face helmet. Without a full face helmet you will not be able to race. All the rest of the tracks are closed, the rest of the park will be closed all day, so yeah, please make sure you come prepared for the day and any weather eventuality. It's looking like it's probably going to dry up actually, and it should be pretty pristine. It's not bad out there now as it goes, but yeah, it looks like it should be pretty good. But come for all eventualities, you never know what's going to happen. Luckily we're going to have mountain burgers here sorting you out with food as they always do, so thanks Jay, and also the lovely people from Brew will be here sorting you out with hot drinks, which I reckon we're going to be needing as well. Okay, so we go straight off the start ramp, off of where Sick Note used to go. All pretty familiar stuff to those of you who've been to Tidworth before. Hooper Struve used to start on the other side of the park, we now build it into here. So we're going to head down this first bit of single track, all pretty simple. So we'll go through this first route field again on what was once Sick Note, and then out into what we now lovingly know as the Alpine section through here. And as I said at the top of the video, I think we're going to keep this pretty wide open. We might make some last minute taping changes, but there are lines all over the place. You can already see that there's two lines forming up, so just kind of want to leave it to people to decide on it and see where there's time to be found within lines. So we're going to head down here and obviously head left towards Hooper Struve and not right toward Waspy. And we've still got this wide section. Your line choice is going to be critical for decisions later on. Go high too soon or low too late and you might miss the line that you're after. And then down through this little route field, up the other side and into the classic Hooper Struve rock garden. Again, for those of you who haven't seen the changes we've made, traditionally you would have come in from over this side of the hill of the park and in, and it does just set you up slightly differently. Where you would have come in previously, you miss a lot of that right hand side of the rock garden. It kind of didn't exist so much, whereas now where we're feeding in through from here, it definitely opens up and gives you a lot more choices. Make some of those rocks a little bit more treacherous potentially as well. Through the rock garden, the next couple of turns completely unchanged, nothing to really write home about in here. Definitely not easy sections of trail, that's for sure. And if you've never ridden here before, welcome to Tidworth, welcome to the Hooper Struve racetrack. Got some nice chunky rock rolls, again really critical to get the lines right in order to make these turns work out for you. here's where we've made the biggest changes really from this point onwards, where we're now entering what's known as mini Morzine. It traditionally drops off to the right through where we have the screening there. We're now carrying straight on into where Dirk Dunkel used to be. And again, if you don't get those turns right just above us with those rock rolls, that's going to really change how you can get into some of these choice areas here, how much speed you're going to be able to carry, what line you're going to be able to take. It should be really interesting, really excited for how it develops as a racetrack and for seeing where people go so far since we've been open. Definitely people taking advantage of most of the lines, riders going to riders right and riders left off of the drop there. And it all has that knock-on effect further on down the track. So again, we'll keep a lot of this open unless it looks like it's going to be too obvious, too one line, in which case I might change it up a little bit. Lots of cambers to be played with, lots of routes as well. It's all about carrying the speed on this track, it really is. Maintaining momentum. Get hung up on something that can really affect how you feel through the next section. It's not an easy one, it's not a cruising track, that's for sure. Again, through these old routes of Sick Note, we're crossing over a lot of old tracks and using some of the best bits of single track that were here previously to just make Hooper Struve a little bit more of a downhill track and a little bit more exciting, a little bit more creative as a racetrack. Even through these last berms here, there's a lot of thinking to be done to make sure we're carrying speed, because as we come out of these turns, we've built a couple of new features. So out of that last turn, put the power down, and we've got this step down here. You can see that we've got the pins out already for the tape. There will be a ride around and you can easily pedal up and over the back of this landing, but definitely not going to be the fastest option, so you want to try and get over that as much as possible. And at this point we have kind of used up most of the hill in terms of elevation. We've still got a little way to go. You've got to earn that podium place if you're in for it, so really time to knuckle down. You've got this slightly awkward left turn, not massively built up, enough to catch you and hold you, and then again another double out of it, and it's not huge but it's definitely not small. A little harder to just roll over, but doable, and again we'll include a ride around as well, but you really do want to be getting over there if you can, in order to get the fastest time possible for you. This is where we join the end of humps and bumps, coming through these rollers over the last little step up, hitting this last right hand berm, and then on the finish line. Huge thanks to all of our sponsors for the season, for the end of this season. This is Canyon Bikes, Muc-Off, TF Tunes, TMC, Melon Optics, DMR Bikes, Winch and Plummet, MB Cyclery, Wheelie Bike Shop, and also adding to the end of the year we've got Atlas Ride Co as well. So we've got you covered with some great sponsors, and we thank them very much for all of their support in everything. Tickets are still available. They will be available until towards the end of this week, so please head over to bike.com, b1ke.com, and get yourself entered for the first race in this mini series. And tickets for the annual Rogate World Champs, which is in mid-October, will be going live very soon, as will tickets for the end of year Windhill downhill race, which is in November. And we've also got the Melon Optics Jam, Halloween Jam coming up, obviously towards the end of October as well. So keep an eye on the website for all of those things, and if you haven't done so already, download the new bike app and get yourself sorted so that when you want to come and ride the parks on a normal day, you are all covered. Look forward to seeing you here on Sunday. Saturday will be a regular day. Obviously Hooper Struve is a normal track, and so we'll be open. We will be closing it off towards the end of the day at the very least in order to get prepped for Sunday, but otherwise come on down, enjoy the park, see what we've done, and come and get involved and have a great race on Sunday. Thanks very much guys, we'll see you there. Bye.